Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll look at how we can install Windows 10 on Virtualbox. So Virtualbox is an hypervisor that allows us to install different operating systems such as Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and so on. Now the first thing we'll need to do is we need to get an ISO image for Windows 10. So we need to download that. Open a browser and search for Windows 10 download. And then go to the Microsoft.com site. And here you have the option to create Windows 10 installation media. So click on download now. And it's already done. So go to your downloads folder. And this is it right here. We need to right click on it and run as administrator. So the process takes quite some time. You just have to be patient. Here you just need to click on accept. And since we are looking to create installation media, which is going to be an ISO file, we need to go with this option. Next, you can change this setting, so you can go with the defaults. I'm going to use the defaults here. Next, again, we need an ISO file. Select this option. Next, now select a location where you're going to save the ISO image. I'll say Windows 10. Since I already have one in here, let me call it Windows 10 2025. Save. And now you have to wait, and this is going to depend on your internet speed. It could take quite a while to finish the process of downloading. Once you have that downloaded, you'll need the Virtualbox. If you don't already have it installed, you can just search for Virtualbox download. So go to virtualbox.org. Here you see there's different options depending on what operating system you're running. Since we're running Windows, you'll need to go with this option, and this should begin the download for you. I'll go ahead and cancel it. If you need the older builds, you can scroll down, and here's where you'll find them. You just click on it to download it. Once you have it downloaded, it's a straightforward process. Just double click on it and it should begin the installation. So you just click on yes and go through the process. So I'm not gonna do it. I already have Virtualbox downloaded. So those are the two tools you need. Since I already have an ISO image, Windows 10, let's begin the installation. I'm gonna open Virtualbox. This is gonna be a new machine. I'm gonna click on new. I'm gonna name it Windows 10. You can select the folder where you want to install it. You install your virtual machine. You can I'm gonna select the ISO image later, so I'm gonna skip that part. The type is Windows. It's Windows 10, so I'm gonna leave that as is. Here you can select your memory. I'm gonna increase this to 4, and then also increase the CPU here. Next, you'll need to select the amount of hard disk space, and then next, finish. This is our virtual machine. What we need to do now is to make some settings changes. Right click or double click, go to settings, go to system. I'm not using floppy. I'm gonna uncheck this. Optical, I'm gonna move it up. Floppy, move it down. And processor, we already selected this. I'm gonna leave the rest as default. Under general, if you wanna share between your host machine, so if you want to be able to do copy and paste or drag and drop between your host machine, which is between your host machine and the virtual machine, which is a Windows 10 machine, you need to enable this. Bidirectional. Okay, let's go to display. You can maximize this. Video memory. Storage, we need to attach the ISO image, so click on the empty option here, click choose, navigate to the ISO image, so go to your ISO image, Windows 10, click open. Now it's attached, and then you can look at the other settings. Normally just use bridged adapter because I like to be able to access the machine from my other machines on the local network. Everything else I'm just gonna leave as default here. Click OK. Now we have our virtual machine. Right click on it and normal start. Okay, here you select your language, keyboard, click next, click on install now. Now the installation process can take quite a while, so you have to be patient. Here, if you have a product key, you can input it. If you don't have it, you can say I don't have a product key, and then go to next. Select the operating system you want. If you want Windows 10 Home, Windows 10 Pro, whichever version you want, just select it and click next. Okay, here you have to accept the license terms. Click next. Custom. This is the disk, virtual disk. It's selected, so I'll click next. And now it's copying Windows files. So I'm not gonna be fast forwarding the video or pausing the video. I'm just gonna let the whole process go through so that people can see what the whole process is like. So like I said, it could take a while. We just wait and follow the steps here. So the process is still ongoing. We are it says we are getting files ready for installation. So the installation hasn't been. So the next step is installing features, then installing updates, and then it will be done. Or so those are the steps he's gonna go through. So we are now at 37%. Still going through. It's been about 15 minutes or so. So it looks like it could take over half an hour. We'll keep waiting. So at this point we are at 45%. Still getting files ready for installation. I wonder if we can check the status of the ISO image we were creating. It's showing up. This is the one from today. So that one did finish within about 15 to 20 minutes. So if you look at the file size, it's the same size. So even though this one is new, I'm thinking it's the same image. Okay, that's that. Let's keep waiting for this installation to complete here. So at this point we are at 64%. We still have about 20. We still have around 20. We still have about 36% to go. So step 2 looks like it takes a while. Okay, now we are at 83%. So we are almost there. So 17% remaining. So we are at 98%, so 100%, it's done. Now it's installing features. Okay, it's done installing features. It's installing updates. So we finished the first 3 steps, which was copying Windows files, getting files ready for installation, installing features, installing updates, and then the last step will be finishing up. So if you follow this progress bar here, you're about 3/4 done. So it's still more time to go here. So it's gonna restart on its own here. So I'm gonna press any key. So it's saying it's getting ready. I'm not sure how long this is gonna take, but we'll wait and see how this is gonna finish here. So we're still stuck on this window here. It's been quite a few minutes, so hopefully this will finish here soon and move on to the next step. Okay, it looks like it's done. It's looking like it's done with that step. So let's see what's coming up next. So at some point we may have to detach that ISO image from the DVD. So at this point it looks like we are rebooting still. Okay, here you have to select our region. I'm gonna go with the defaults here. Keyboard layout, I'm not adding a second keyboard, so skip. So it looks like it's doing some updates, doing something in the background. So like I said, we just have to be patient and wait for the process. So here we'll select setup for personal use, the first option, click next. If you don't have an account, you'll need to create one. So you'll need a Microsoft account, you need an email. So I'll pause the video and input account information. So I just input the account information. Now you have the option to create a pin. You can create a pin here. So go ahead and create your pin that you use to log in. Okay. can say not now. Okay, you can leave this as yes, or you can disable this. So it select whichever options you want, click accept, and skip. Remind me later. Can decline this for now. Decline. Next. No thanks. Not now. And it's almost done. Wait for a few more minutes and we should be able to be logged into the virtual machine, Windows 10 virtual machine. So let's wait for a few more minutes here. So it looks like it's been almost an hour and still not done. I think it's finishing up here. It should be done anytime soon. And there we are. I'm just gonna say no to this. And we finished the installation. Now if you want to fix scaling, you need to install the guest editions. So that's what we are missing here. So let's see how we can do that. If we go to devices, insert guest additions, see the image, and open File Explorer here, this PC. This is it right here. Double click on it. Okay, we have Virtualbox Windows Additions. Right click, run as administrator. Yes. Okay, so this is the setup for guest additions. Click next, next, install. Say I'll reboot later, finish. Now with that, once you do a reboot, you should find that the scaling issue is fixed. So folks, that's all for this video. It's quite a long video. That's the entire installation that's the entire installation process for Windows 10 on Virtualbox. So I hope this has been helpful. I'll catch you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.